Yeah, I think it's been nice to, have some breaks for us, whether it's offense. I don't think we had a single offense first in our week, so being able to have that has been nice. But also just being able to work on stuff that we need to work on. Yesterday we had a little fun. I think Coach Christie's trying to keep the fun in it for all of us too. Nobody wants to be 3-10. Like that goes across the board for every single person in this organization. We felt like we were in position to win a few more games, but I really admire that about her. She's kept the energy bright and positive. But I think mentally it's been easier to prepare too. Like you're not going from next game to game after game after game. So I think that's been good. But I think we've just prepared in the same way. Watch the same amount of film. It's just like the court time is a little bit different for us.
If you've gotten back to work, is there a particular direction that the focus seems to be going toward for everybody?
Yeah, I think it's just analyzing little areas that we can get better at. I still feel like, in our defense, it's the main area where we have to be better. I think you saw that versus Connecticut. Our defense wasn't very good. And I think that's going to be another main key for tonight. They're really good one-on-one players, like really, really talented players. So you have to be able to guard your area and your space and not rely on your teammates. Your teammates are going to be there if you need help, but you have to be able to defend them, somewhat and keep them in front of you.
You this next stretch, 3 home games, a couple of days between these games is an opportunity for you to improve yourself in that 3-10 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. These are the ones at home that you need to try to win and need to capitalize on. I think these games are very winnable games for us. We go into every game believing that we can win, but we're going to try to use the crowd as best as we can. Sorry, I apologize. And feed off of them. It's going to be another great environment that we get to do. So the crowd certainly helps, and I think it's the best we can feed off of that is to be huge. But also, we need to give them something to cheer about. We need to give them some energy that they can create for us, and we can feed back off of that as well.
Taylor, when you look back at that game from Monday and you talk about the defensive struggles, what either individually or as a team, what do you feel like you guys have to improve on moving forward?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing was coming out with a freshness about us. Like you saw it from the tip. Like there was just no sort of toughness about us. I thought from really the jump. We didn't execute the schemes that were on the scouting report. I didn't think we were physical back. Connecticut's obviously one of the most physical teams in the league. I think if they're set that and be physical back, and I just think we had a toughness about us, and that's what Coach said. It was just kind of like our effort from the start. So I think getting off to a really good start tonight, being aggressive, moving hard, playing for one another, trusting one another on the defensive end is going to lead to our offense and make our offense a whole lot better as well.
Two more.
Now you mentioned that you want to concentrate on basketball, and definitely respect that. But when just ask you direction, when people use your name for racism, misogyny, whatever, what is your response to that?
Yeah, I think it's disappointing. I think everybody in our world deserves to have the same amount of respect. The women in our league deserve the same amount of respect. So people should not be using my name to push those agendas. It's disappointing. It's not acceptable. But yeah, this league is the league I grew up admiring and wanting to be a part of. Some of the women in this league were my biggest idols and role models growing up and helped me want to achieve this moment right here that I get to play in every single night. So just treating every single woman in this league with the same amount of respect, I think it's just a basic human thing that everybody should do. Just be a kind person and treat them, how you would want to be treated. And I think it's very simple.
What was it like on that fundraiser? What was it like to be helping out the community? Also, see you didn't go too easy on that kid with the blonde.
Couldn't go too easy. Come on. He wanted to play me one-on-one. He said he could beat me, so I threw the ball pretty far away. But it's fun when you get to get out in the community. I think it puts basketball into perspective. Those little kids had never been to a Fever game, and they were just begging to come to a Fever game. I think it just shows your impact that you have in the community, but also the amazing opportunities that I've been able to have because of basketball. And I don't think people always realize those interactions certainly impact the lives of other people, but they impact our lives too. It puts our life into perspective, our job into perspective of what we get to do for other people. And I think I just feel lucky and grateful. So I think it's a two-way street on the impact that it has on people in our community, but also myself and our team.